Last year, I spent $1,787 forming an LLC with each of the major LLC formation services. That was a waste of $1,748 of those dollars. Here's why. I've spent years testing software and services, payroll tools, email platforms, web hosting, you name it. And usually, once you've tested a few, the patterns start to emerge. I assumed LLC formation services would be the same. Slightly different interfaces, similar features, and a clear winner if you dug deep enough. Then, I had a team of researchers log into my accounts and test everything. Shout out to Ethan and Paige. But here's where it gets interesting. We were on a call, probably our third call of the month, debating which service was better at which feature. This one had this, that one had that, and somewhere in the middle of all that, I had a realization. All of the features these services offer are things you can get better elsewhere. And honestly, you should get them elsewhere. At one point, Ethan was testing out the website builder from one of these services, and I told him, hey, maybe don't spend so much time on that. He said, why? Because you shouldn't use your LLC formation service to build your website. In some cases, they'll even sneak in a clause saying they technically own the website if you ever decide to leave. Yikes! But then Ethan made a good point. For that particular service, the website builder and all its branding tools was the main selling point. And then it really clicked for me. No one should be using an LLC formation service for anything other than forming an LLC. So after all the testing, all the back and forth, we reached the same conclusion. If you're forming an LLC and want to keep things simple and affordable, go with Northwest Registered Agent. They're the only major service that doesn't bundle everything into overpriced packages. Instead, they keep it simple and offer everything a la carte. But here's the kicker. The savings are so monumentally different between the different services that Ethan, who actually much preferred the interface and specialized tools of one of the other brands, ended up using Northwest when he set up his newest LLC. I asked him why, and he responded that it basically just came down to the price. This is where Northwest really shines. Their base LLC formation package starts at just $39 plus state filing fees. That's not a typo. Seriously, $39. Compare that to LegalZoom, ZenBusiness, or Tailor Brands, and you start to see why my wallet wishes I'd figured that out sooner. But what really sets Northwest apart is what happens after year one. Most services hit you with a massive price hike for your second year. I'm talking $199, $299, sometimes even $399 just to keep your registered agent services and ongoing compliance. That part isn't advertised either. To get both can sometimes mean $199 renewal for each. Northwest, just $125 per year for registered agent services, and that's in year 2. That's it. No escalating fees, no surprise renewals that magically cost twice as much. Let me put this in perspective. Over 5 years, using Northwest versus one of those other services can easily save you $1,000 or more. That's a month's rent in my place, or a nice weekend getaway if you're feeling fancy. Now, I'll be honest with you. Northwest's dashboard isn't going to win any design awards. It's straightforward, a bit plain, and lacks some of the flashy elements of other services. But here's the thing, that's why I like it. It does exactly what you need it to do and nothing more. When I log in, I immediately see my compliance deadlines, any pending actions I need to take, quick access to my documents, and simple options to add services I actually need. No annoying upsell banners, no confusing navigation, just the information you need to keep your business compliant and legal. What I found most valuable is the clarity around state compliance requirements. Northwest gives you a clean timeline of when you need to file what, with direct links to the forms and services you need. Their customer service is pretty on par with all the other service providers. I do appreciate that some have a chat bot for easy questions, which Northwest doesn't have, but when we called all of them with legitimate questions, Northwest was easier to get a hold of someone who actually knew what they were talking about. One more thing that deserves mention, Northwest is serious about privacy. They use what they call privacy by default, meaning they don't sell your data to third parties. They go to great lengths to keep your personal information protected. I appreciate this as a selling point, but I also don't want to imply that you're at risk with other sellers. It's just a nice thing to once again have, but not have to pay for. After throwing away nearly $1,800 testing different LLC formation services, my advice is pretty straightforward. Skip the bells and whistles. Don't pay for services that you could get better elsewhere. Focus on what matters: legally forming your LLC and maintaining compliance at a reasonable price. Northwest Registered Agent delivers exactly that. No hidden fees, no complicated packages, just reliable LLC formation and registered agent services at a price that won't make you question your business decisions. If you're ready to form an LLC the smart way, check out the link in the description. It'll take you straight to Northwest, and you'll be supporting this channel at no extra cost to you. Any questions about forming an LLC? Drop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them.